Welcome to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're gonna play Comic Book Tycoon. And just like, look at these guys. They're dancing to the rhythm of the music, but occasionally it looks like they're being attacked by a swarm of bees, like especially this guy. This guy looks pretty fancy, like he can do it. But this guy's like, what are you doing? This is not dancing, man. This is just ridiculous. Alright, let's start a new game. Player name is Sampstra, campaign name is SBS, starting money 50k, and we can assign points to our character. How good we are at writing, drawing, attitude, and stamina. I'm going to focus mostly on writing and drawing. We'll go a little less on drawing, a little more on writing, because we have to pick at the end whether we are writers or an artist, so that's why we want to kind of have one of these higher, and then we'll put the rest in stamina. Stamina will help us do things a little bit faster. We're going to be a writer, because I am very bad at drawing, like very, very bad at drawing. Welcome to Comic Book Tycoon. Create critically acclaimed characters, because that's so easy. And one day someone will make movies with them. First, before creating comics, you have to create characters. Alright, so I actually came up with a story for this, so we're going to do it. Right, yeah, we don't need tutorial. So we're going to start off with the first character, who is going to be Samantha, who is a villain. Because I was thinking about it for a while. I was like, well, am I gonna make one of my patrons a villain? No, I'm gonna make myself a villain. Story complexity, we're gonna put it at 2. Species, I'm a vampire. We don't have that option, so we'll go with the monster. Persona is, we're gonna go with fierce, let's say. And then you pick sort of like a genre for an audience for the comic book that you're going to be making after. So I mean, it doesn't matter because we put the comic later on separately, so we just put it as a horror. She's very scary. And we'll put it to, I don't know, audience is adult female or adult male. Let's go with adult male, sure. Age will make her 151 years old. Alright, so she is a vampire. And has a whole story, alright? Well, you'll see. Her story is ambiguous. We don't know much about her. She's the villain. And I'll tell you how she came to be in a minute, once I make my very first main character. And that's Arcus. So Arcus, the professor. Arcus? Okay, fine. Just Arcus then. So Arcus is a professor, right? And he was teaching one evening, just like he usually does. He went out, he started his lesson, it went great, and then he went home. And he was just, he was just like normally going home, thought, I want to take a shortcut, I want to be home faster, I want to go. And he went to a dark alley. And you never should go to dark alleys. Bad things happened. And, well, I'm not going to tell you what happened, because what happened is the story is our first book, but the only evidence left were 3 drops of blood. That's all. So he is going to be sweet. He's a human. He is a perfectly normal, nice guy. Audience, adult male, genre, let's go with action. Let's go with drama. It's going to be from. And his past is happy. He had a pretty good life. I mean, and he is, let's make him 30, let's say. I'm gonna stick with that. He's a man? Yes, alright. Let's make him, and he's a hero. Yeah, off we go. Now, we need 2 more characters before we can begin, trust me. Next up we've got Climax, Thomas. Oh, I'm so glad I can fit it in, so good. Okay, Climax, Thomas, and he is a detective. And he's going to try to find out what happened to his dear friend Arcus, because they were supposed to go for lunch the next day, and Arcus just didn't show up. And Xamaxtom's like, I gotta find out what happened. I gotta find out. I'm making 32, random ages, doesn't matter. Your persona is, we don't have mysterious. Let's go with heroic. And you are a human. Sure, we'll go with that. We'll stick with the same, and your past is, let's go with ambiguous. So we got Xamaxtom, and Xamaxtom wouldn't be the man he is without his partner, Robert Katzen. No, I can't fit it. Okay, we're just gonna remove this space here. Sorry, just gonna fit your name in. Robert Katzen, who is the loyal partner, work partner. They're the detective duo, Xamaxtom and Robert Katzen. Just 31, let's say, doesn't matter. You're also, let's be funny. Robert Katzen is funny. And he is also human, all the same. Your past is gonna be up a beat. Sure, let's go. Alright, so. And finally, we're gonna start our very first comic book, alright? So, Every story has 5 arcs. At the beginning of each arc, you can decide what areas you want to focus on. With every comic, you get limited hint points to use them wisely. They highlight the optimum region for every arc. Alright, so we're gonna start this off. And we need to pick our main character. Oh, this thing goes very slowly. Alright, let's pick... So the main character is going to be Comic Storms. The name of the story is 3 Drops of Blood. Can I fit it in? Yes. Alright, so, because that was the only evidence found of Arcus. The audience is going to be, I'm thinking either teen or mature. Let's make it teen. Let's make it soft. We don't need to go too crazy. Finnish comic, no. You want to find a little bit more about the story later on. Genre is going to be, we don't actually have a detective story or crime, so we're going to go with, let's go with drama. That seems like a good, story scope is small because we can't do anything better, and we're going to do, okay, so here's where it gets interesting. It's actually a vampire topic because I, Samantha, am a vampire. But you're going to find out at the end of this story is that when Arcus ran into the alley, he met his maker, and not once, but twice. Because Samantha is a vampire, and she killed him, and she turned him. She made him a vampire. And as you know with vampires, the sire kind of has control of the person they're, changing. So she can now somewhat control Arcus. And Comic Storms and Robert Katzen have to find Arcus and save him. So Comic is the lead. At the end, he's going to be alive, and we're going to add... Oh, we're gonna add more characters. So the second character is going to be Robert, who is also the main hero. Oh, we can set it up as what he's gonna do. All right, fine. We're just gonna add characters then. Yeah, okay. So the Robert Katzen is also the lead. Can we have 2 leads? Yes, we can. All right. Next up, we've got Samantha, who is obviously the. Oh, come on. Alright, Samantha is the villain. We're going to set up Robert here again. Robert is here. Robert Katzen, he's another lead. And the last character is going to obviously be Arcus, who is... there's not such thing as a victim, so we'll put him as... let's put him as a neutral. Theoretically, we might want to put Robert Katzen as a support, but we'll stick him as a lead. We're going to have 2 lead characters and a villain, which is me, and Arcus is going to be neutral because, yeah, we don't have a victim option, so just stick to this. He's going to have his own comic book later, okay? Calm down. It's going to be fine. All right, the artist is obviously me, because I don't have money to hire good artists, okay? So I just got to do it myself. No, I don't want any more characters, sorry. Remove this. And the writer is also going to be me, because again, I've got no other options. And we're going to start our very first comic book, 3 Drops of Blood. Limited hint points available for arc. By spending them wisely, they highlight optimum region for each arc. So... Alright, so this is the optimum for each arc. So actually, we have used up the thing. So we're going to set 60% of the first phase is going to focus on the story. About 30% on dialogue, a little bit of world building. So essentially, we wanna kind of show off. Let's lower this a little bit. We wanna show off the world. We need to show that vampires are a real thing in this world. Otherwise, if it's a crime thing, the people would complain that this is a general problem, by the way, with mysterious stories, that if you don't establish like what kind of thing can happen, like supernatural stuff, people can feel kind of cheated because they didn't know that supernatural was allowed. So they felt like, oh, well, of course, you're taking a shortcut, right? It was supposed to be real, right? So we need to establish that actually vampires are a real thing in this story. And then we want to show up like the regular life of Arcus especially. So like as he goes, he does the lessons, things like that. Next we're at introduction. So we want to show a little bit of humor because we're not going to have that much of that later. Then we want to focus a little bit more on drama and on action. So the action actually doesn't need to be that high. We're just showing that first lecture and then him moving into the dark alley. But it's like the drama. We want to add this little bit of the suspense. We want to show off like, something clearly happened in that alley, right? So that's the introduction. All right, so now I'm writing it here. I look very much like a man. That's all right. And we're writing a very first story, and we're adding points to these categories, which is going to be important later. All right, rise action. So it happened. We had that lunch. Climax Stone was supposed to have that lunch. He didn't find him. You know, things were happening. It's like, and he's worried. You know, he's calling his buddy. He's calling her. He's like, hey, Robert, I think something happened to my buddy Arcus. Like, he didn't show up for lunch. He's not picking up his phone. Like, we gotta go. We gotta fix this. This is, by the way, set in the present. Okay. And he was like, I need your help, man. Are you in? And Robert's like, of course. I am always in, man. I'm here for you. Let's do this. All right. So let's get another hint here. Let's see what they think. All right, so again, you want to focus on the drama. Yeah, this is, you know, this is the terrifying thing, okay? Our friend is gone. Arcus has disappeared, you know, like everybody's freaking out. Or they're making interviews with the student and, you know, they're trying to find what happened in the wall, in the alley, like how, what? Just 3 drops of blood, like what's happening? You know, they did the DNA test, don't know it's Arcus's blood, and just like freaking out. And there are no weapons there, and no marks of a body, and it's just very confusing. And like, how are they gonna figure it out? Who knows? You know, it's just like crime story. We'll see. We actually got some hype, so we can actually increase hype later on by doing marketing. We're not gonna do this because we just got no money for that. So right, okay, the climax. All right. So the climax. So. I didn't think this far ahead when I made up the story. Alright, so give me a second. Alright, so Climax finds some marks, and it leads him to an old storage unit, and he just kind of runs in. It's like it's the middle of the night, and he's running, and Robert Katzen's right behind him. They're just going, they're just like screaming for Arcus because they found proof that he's still alive, and they think he's bound in that storage unit. They just gotta find him. It's gonna be right there, and they run in. Climax just like breaks the lock for the storage unit. They open it up, and there he is! Arcus is right there! And Climax like, I've been looking for you everywhere, I'm so glad I found you, like, are you okay? What happened? Are you injured? Like, what's going on? And he just runs in, and he goes in for a hug, because like, you know, it's just like, I found you! And then he feels it. He feels the chill back on his spine, and then he feels something in his neck. Oh! What's that? Man, what are you doing? Stop! And 2 teeth sink into his teeth, and he feels, and then blackness. It's blackness. And the camera fades out, or you know, it's a book because it's a comic book, but you know, like, I'll tell it to you like a movie. The camera fades out, and then we can see Robert Katzen. He just like managed to hit Arcus on the head and like stop him from hurting Climax. And the next scene is where they are both standing over Arcus's body, and they're looking at each other, and Climax is like, what happened? Well, thank you for saving me, but like, what's going on? Why did he hurt us? And did he bite me? Why was he biting me? What's going on? Yeah, and that's where the climax was. It's just like, just gonna go there. Actually, yeah, we need more action if it's a climax. Actually, I mean, it's not a climax because climax is more like the ending, but we're gonna stick to that. Because we are gonna have other comic books after, and we found Arcus, and that was the arc of the first comic book, so we're just gonna stick to that. I am coming up with this on the go, okay, so calm down. Anyway, so they found Arcus there, and they found him on the ground, and there's like a cut scene of like research of everybody, and like, then there's a scene where like Climax is looking at the book, and he just looks up at Robert, and he says, I got it. I know what happened. He's a vampire now. Which, I mean, obviously. What else would he be? Why else would he bite you, right? And they wake him up, and they bind him with rope, deprive him of blood, they give him animal blood, and they just kind of, you know, try to sort of figure out a new way for him to live as a vampire, where he can go out in the sun, but still, I mean, they're his friends, and they're not giving up on him. And final scene where, like, sun falls down, and they come like to Arcus's house, and they just like bring like bags of blood, and Robert's like, I'm here for you, man. Thank you. It means a lot that you guys didn't give up on me. And that's it. Alright, so, and they didn't catch the villain, because, you know, we've got more hints, so let's use them. Because that's a different comic book, you know? Like, yeah, so that's just what happened, alright? We'll see what happens next. Alright, so this is our very first comic book. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably gonna have time for another comic book. I had more ideas. Not as fleshed out as the first one, but like I had them. Alright, resolution. Oh, I thought the resolution was already... Okay. I didn't realize we had one more thing. Alright, so anyway, so what I said before was the resolution. Anyway, so, yeah, so they didn't catch me. But they managed to insert Arcus back into society as much as they can. Obviously, he cannot teach, but he can do online classes, and nobody else knows. He was just like, he dropped out of the university. He was like, I'm just going to do online classes now. And he has fairly successful business. It's working out, and they visit him and they help him out, and they're still trying to find the culprit, but it's difficult. And that's not the story of 3 Drops of Blood. That's a different comic book. We're doing very, very well in the story. You can see the characters are okay. The art is pretty terrible, which, I mean, again, I'm not good at painting. The only contract to external company for production will cost you $20,000 and 20% royalty. No, go on, let's do it. We'll still have $27,000. We have a really good story. Yeah, characters and the art are kind of rubbish, but you know. It's good. We got a little bit better at writing and drawing. Rank 91. Alright. How much has it been sold? Alright, so we can see here. A review of the blood. Okay, rubbish. How dare you? But the story focus was good. The art quality is also surprising good. The writing, the characters, we'll see. But we can see over here, SB has launched a new comic series on Comic Stones. Even Flat Earth theory is more logical than this. What? I thought it pretty much made sense. How dare you, fan. Consult and development storylines and comics drastically changed the world of comics in 1980s. Alright. But we are making some money. We got some profit. We seem to be selling this. Actually, we make a lot of money here. We seem to be selling a lot of this. Alright, so while this is going, we're going to sell one more comic book. This one's going to be a comedy. And the main character here is, let me find you. Oh, we could actually see rating of characters and the popularity. So let's check who's the most popular character. Everybody seems to have a half star of popularity. Okay, I guess we need to make more comics in order to change the popularity. There was a way to set up the relation somewhere. I guess it's in the comic books. Okay, never mind. Oh, so we want to go towards Robert Katzen. Where are you, Robert? Come on. Right here. Okay. And this is going to be a comedy, and this is the story of Robert Katzen. It's named after him because it's just his comic book. A Finnish comic. Let's go with yes this time. Oh, no. We don't want to end the series. Okay, so it's just going to be, okay? This is going to be for teens because this is fine, and this is the story of how he became Xemex's right hand, because he actually used to play the trumpet and he wanted to be a musician. But, as the life had it, he ended up being Xemex's right hand. So, he's going to be the lead. We're going to give him a new character who is going to be Xemex Stones, who is going to be the support in this case, because this is really Robert's story. And we're also going to give Arcus here, because they all kind of know each other pretty well. And Arcus is going to be he'll also be the support, I think, in this. Maybe he'll be he'll be the support. It's fine. Alright, so they're all gonna live at the end of the comic, and the artist is going to be me because I've got no money to hire other artists, and I'm gonna be the writer. And let's begin. Robert Katzen, the comedy. You can only add maximum 4 characters in this comic. Well, I only have 3. What's your problem? Alright, good. Phase 1, give me a hint for my comedy. Alright, so this is mostly focusing on the story, a little bit of dialogue, but we're not going to go through the detail as much this one. We definitely want to focus a lot on humor because this is a comedy, a little bit of drama, a little bit of action, but yeah, essentially he was trying to be a musician, but he met Xemex Stones, and he kind of saw, like, the way the Xemex was connecting in his head and, like, figure out, like, what crime and what's happening, and just, I don't know, Robert realized he's really good at it. Like, he's really good at bouncing off ideas with Xemex and, like, figuring things out. He's really good at strategy and at planning, and somehow, like, he is good at solving crime, okay? And one day, his trumpet got stolen. And he was like, well, I gotta figure this out. And he and Xemex figured out the robbery in less than 4 hours and was like, you know what? I've got a talent for this. Maybe I should be doing this. So now he does both. The major economic shift which occurred between the early 1970s and mid-1980s led to a great rise of direct market distribution at the cost of a decline in the newsstand distribution. This huge shift for the better greatly decreased uncertainty for the publisher. So we might want to self-publish after. We'll see. Climax should probably be a bit more. No, it's still all about humor. Alright. I don't really watch comedies much, so you can see that my setting things up kind of equals that. 3 Drops of Blood is now off the market. It sold 9,000 copies and generated $45,000 in revenue. Profit was $35,000. That's actually really good. Like, I'm quite happy with that. I don't know about you, but I thought that's a really good first comic because it was hard, you know, we gotta set up the whole world, you know, we didn't really learn that much. It's just the first book in a comic series, you know. There's gotta be more, there's gotta be more to learn about Samantha. It's gonna happen with Arcus now, you know, just, we gotta learn about everything, you know. Let's make more humor in the resolution. It's a comedy, you know, the humor is the goal, you know. A little bit of a story, but mostly just, you know. And again, we seem to be the best in story. The characters and the art just like, you know, lacking as always. This time, let's not give it to external company. I'm gonna make 20,000 because I'm confident in myself and in this comedy book, and we're gonna produce it. Production, we can produce 25k copies. Production, so let's do 25k then. If that's what we can produce, let's do it. Produce, and we want to make in production, which is Robert Katzen. Off we go. Let's make it. Alright, so we're gonna start to make it. Oh, the topic is still, actually this time the topic should be human, not vampire, but that's alright, it's fine. It's, since it's in the same, like, comic book series, I guess it's kind of fun. Oh, we've got a new record and everything, so we got a little bit better. So this comic is a little better than the previous book we had. We'll see. It ranks 16, wow. Really? They're gonna call it... That's better than rubbish, I think. We've got story focus really good though. Art quality is really good this time around. Okay. SP has launched a new comic series on Robert Katzen, but the execution is sloppy. How dare you? How dare you, evil fan? But I mean, you know, if they're commenting bad things, they at least read it, and that means they're a fan. And like, you know, and like, it's not my fault if you don't get my story. I'm getting so offended at these random reviews, but it's alright. I mean... But I gotta say, it seems like we might actually sell all the 25,000 copies, which would be, because there are only 4k available, and that would be huge. Like, that means I just like, oh my god, we're gonna do it. Are we gonna do it? Show me. Are we gonna do it? I think we're gonna do it. Yeah, just 2 more K. Just sell it. Come on. I wanna sell it all. 1k copies remain unsold. Still, we made a profit of 73,000. Oh my god, that was the best book ever. I don't care about you, evil fan, saying that it's not great, because I have actually sold plenty. We can look some company info, unlock a topic. We can unlock new topics with Richard Smith. We could unlock Mafia or Vikings. Oh, let's unlock a parody. How many? Let's put 10 focus points. I'm going to be... I had 18. This is now -7. Oh, I failed at it. Alright, fine. Never mind. Fine. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, write down in the comments. And you can click on the right to watch some other cool games that I play on this channel. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.